Regarding the future of Team Fortress 2, the community is divided. Part of it thinks competitive is the future, and part of it thinks competitive is a waste of time and TF2 should just be a casual game. Then there's those that think Man vs Machine is a fun game mode and that should be updated. I don't like Man vs Machine myself, but I agree to an extent. After all, still waiting for that Australian market, Gardener Valve. It's been 6 years, why have you not added new Australians yet? I for a long time have been in the mindset that TF2 needs to go competitive, but that's mostly because I wanted more people to play sixes. I guess you could call me a casual competitive player. I didn't really take it seriously, I just liked the format. Though I did have an okay competitive career. I got quotation marks 3rd place in quotation marks ETF2L Open. Quotation marks because it was actually joint 3rd place and it wasn't actually open, it was the baby tier for noobs. Despite this, I wear my 3rd/4th place medal with pride. Besides, to everyone else it still looks genuine, but deep down I know that I'm a fake. So that was my competitive career. I made some friends, I made some enemies, and overall I learned that gamers are just pretty toxic people in general. But also throughout my months of playing, I began to notice that TF2 is just not a very well designed game. I'm definitely gonna trigger a lot of competitive players here, but TF2 has always been a casual game at heart. Even then, however, casual mostly masks the imperfections, then provides solutions to them. For example, the massive time limit makes up for the fact that a lot of the maps aren't really that good. Imagine this, you're pushing up to Barn Blitz last and you hear that oh so sweet sound of sentry beeps. But anyway, you've capped the second to last point, 10 minutes on the clock. You look round the corner into last point and you see 6 engineers, 9 demomen, 7 heavies and a pyro. You look at the door you're supposed to be pushing through, 2 meters wide, round the corner. You look back at your team, they're all scouts. Yeah, you're gonna need those 10 minutes. A lot of the maps in TF2 employ the mantra of, if you put enough force into something, eventually it's gonna give way. And you could argue this is good design for a casual game. But then again, most of the points here are valid if you just say it's a casual game. Like how the team sizes are really big, yet there always seems to be a few too many snipers and spies. In certain game modes, TF2 may have a few too many specialists compared to generalists. However, this is counteracted by the fact that you have team sizes of 12, meaning a bad pick won't have as much of a negative impact as if you had, say, a team of 6, for example. And while we're on the subject of picks, probably one of the biggest design flaws in this game, why is the most important class the least popular? Meet the medic, and if you say he's not the most important class in the game, then you are stupid. He can heal people. He's the only one who can do that effectively and consistently. He also has an Uber, which means if the enemy team has a medic and yours doesn't, then you've probably lost. He's essential for pushing through chokes and breaking stalemates, and yet he's the least played class in the game because he doesn't kill people. It's something I admire about MOBAs. With all the characters, it's likely there's gonna be at least one support you enjoy playing. In TF2, if you don't like medic, you're a bit stuffed. And in serious games, it's a bit of a bottleneck because no one wants to play medic. Yes, having a medic on your team is something I think is very good, but there is one thing that's better than having a medic on your team, and that's having 2 medics on your team. Double the medics means double the Uber, which weirdly enough is enough invincibility to get from midpoint to last on a 5 CP map. I'm beginning to think these classes and game modes weren't really designed in conjunction with each other. But Medic's not the only one who's a tiny bit OP when doubled up. Multiple demomen can keep a point permanently trapped with stickers. You can shoot the stickers or air blast them away, but sometimes you run into problems in the process. I guess you could use an Uber, except you can't cap points when you're Ubered, which is good, just not when you're trying to clear stickers. Granted, there are quite a few classes that can clear stickers, but then again, what's stopping all those demomen that you couldn't deal with before because they were hiding in spawn, walking out of spawn, and killing you? The debate for whether Demoman is actually OP is a long-winded one that I'm not about to get into any further. After all, everyone's on a level playing field, but are they actually? If you delve into TF2's developer console, you'll find a whole range of commands that aren't available in the settings menu, some of which are game-changing and potentially give you an edge over other players just because you looked on the internet and copied someone else's script. A lot of people think this shouldn't be allowed. I for one find it a bit shady. I'd rather not have to worry about this kind of stuff. In other games, everyone's just on the same playing field, but in TF2, you never know, does your MGE partner have a slightly better interp ratio than you do? Who knows? But out of all the design flaws in TF2, there is one that trumps every other in the category of why is this even a thing? And that is, why is VSync enabled by default? It just destroys your gameplay experience. I spent months trying to work out why my game felt laggy and horrible, and it turned out to be VSync all along. That, along with mouse acceleration being enabled, I mean, why? Why are they even in the options menu? I mean, it's likely you've disagreed with at least one of the points in this video, but if you think VSync should be enabled, just stop playing the game, please. Okay? Thank you for watching.
This meme will never die because we are in the bin. We are in the bin. We are in the bin.